Hello, welcome to 7 Sense Aptitude Prep. I'm Vinod Prabhu, and today we are going to look at a relatively easy concept in quantitative aptitude, a concept that most of us are comfortable when we encounter problems. And so the topic would be topic would be ages, and in this particular video, we look at both the concepts and some basic problems. Okay, the reason we call ages simple is that if you're thorough with the concept, you are certain of solving the problem. Plus, there are no formulae. Okay, so this particular question or questions that you will get on ages will be in quantitative aptitude, and you will score enough in ages, and that will help you cross the cutoff in quantitative aptitude. Three key things that you have to do: read the question very carefully, do not be overconfident, then frame the equation correctly, and then solve the equation with care. If you follow these three simple steps, you will be accurate and you will be fast while solving questions on ages. Ratio and proportion. If you haven't watched that video on ratio and proportion, or if you want to know, let us say A is 2 times B's age. So what do you think it means? It means that if A is 2 times B's age into 2. So if B is 10, A will be 20. Okay. This is what it means. But how do you write this in fractions or in ratios? You say the ages of A and B are in the ratio 2:1. Okay, ratio of A and B's age are in the ratio 2:1, which is also A's age by B's age is 2/1. Okay, ratio. That doesn't mean A's age is 2 and B's age is 1. It means when you divide A's age by B's age, the answer is 2. 20 by 10 is 2. Okay, please do not confuse ratio and proportion with their actual ages. 3 key times. Okay, whenever you get a ages question, you get 3 times, right? You get past, get present, and you get future. Generally, we take the present as x. Okay, if the present is x, what would the past be? What would the future be? So let us say you are 21 now. 4 years ago, which means in 2016. So 2016 is in the past, right? Let's say this is 2020, 2000 or 2016 or any year before 2020. Let us say you take 2016. Would you be more than 21 or less than 21? You would be less than 21. So it is 4 years ago, before 4 years before. So this will be 21 minus 4. It would be 70. Let us say it is 2028. Okay, that is in the future. Now, would you be lesser than 21 or more than 21? You would be more than 21. And how much would you be more than 21 by? You would be 21 plus 2020 to 2028 is 8 years. 28, 29. So there are, recap, 3 key times: past, present, and future. Take the present as x. We will see how to solve for this unknown. The other key concept to remember is that past to present, you have to add. Let us say here we are 17. So past to present, you are adding. 17 increases to 21. And then present to future, you are adding again. 21 increases to 29, or whatever is the age, right, in the future. Similarly, for future to present, you have to subtract. So 29 reduces to 21. And then present to past, you again have to subtract. Yeah, but yeah, I know the concept is basic. And that is why if you pay attention in ages, you will get those precious marks that you need to clear the cutoff of competitive exams or secure the dream job. So we have seen that from past to the present and present to the future you add, and from future to the present and present to the past you subtract. But when do we know it is the past and when do we know it is the future in the questions? You know it is the past and the present when you have these words: ago, before, 10 years ago, 10 years before this. So if these words come, you know it is the past and you subtract from the present. And if it says in the future, 4 years after, 4 years hence, then you know it is in the future and you add to the present. The other key thing that you have to look at is if I say your father is 2 times your age. Okay, so this is father, this is you. So whatever your age, let's say if your father is 42, what would you say and you are 21? You would say your father is 2 times your age. So the other way of writing that is n times 21, where n is 2. If your grandfather is 3 times your age, you do 3 into 21, make it 63. This will be grandfather, 63. So if someone is n times the other person's age, then the first person's age is n into x. So Subbu is n times Kirti's age. So Kirti's age is x, Subbu's age will be nx. Always remember these three key things. What is the data given? And once you've solved the equations, what have you got? And more importantly, what have you been asked? Sometimes we solve for x and then we write that as the answer. No. They would have asked something else. So the x, there might be some addition of some years or subtraction of some years. Be very careful. We'll show you some questions where we get the answer and we try to think that's the answer and mark. Then all the hard work of solving the question goes down the drain. Solve and then see what is asked. If one of the ages is unknown, you will get it as x, right? So if you don't know Ramesh's age, you will take it as x. Y years from now, which means y years in the future, which means y years have passed. So Ramesh, whose age is x now, will be x plus y years old. And y years ago, he would have been x minus y. Or z years ago, it would be x minus z. Let us say in this example of father and you, the difference between your age and your father's age is 21 here. Wonderful. 10 years later, you are 31. Your father won't be double your age then, right? He is double your age at this moment. As an example, 10 years later, you are 31. Your father doesn't become 62. He becomes 52 only. Just 10, you add 10 here, you add 10 here. 42 plus 10, 52, 21 plus 10, 31. What is the difference? The difference is still 21. Another 10 years, you are 41. Your dad is 62. The difference is still 21. Okay, what happens is as the ages change, the ratios change. Okay, 62 by 41 is not the same as 42 by 21 in terms of ratio. The ratios change, the difference remains the same. Okay, this is another key concept. So looked at some concepts in ages, and the Brahmastra or the tool that can solve a lot of problems is you can use the options to figure out the ages or the question being asked. Okay, so once you get the answer, the other way to do it is once you get the answer, use that in the questions statements and see whether they are consistent. Okay, let's look at a few basic problems. Present ages of P and Q. So generally how I would solve is I would write as past, present and future. Okay, I would apologize for my handwriting. My mom always tells me that I should have become a doctor. I just don't have the brains to be a doctor. I just have the handwriting. Present ages of P and Q are in the ratios 3:4. So P is presently 3x, Q is 4x. 12 years hence, which means 12 years in the future, here P will be 3x plus 12 and Q will be 4x plus 12. Now what are the ratios there? 3x plus 12 divided by 4x plus 12 is equal to 5 by 6. That is given. Cross multiply. 18x, 12 6 are 72, 20x, 12 5 is 60. You move the numbers. 12 is equal to 2x, x is equal to 6. Percentage of p. So if you get 6, don't write that as an answer. Percentage of p is 3x. So it will be 3 times 6, which is equal to 18. Percentage of q is 4x. 4 times 6, which is equal to 24. Let's look at the next question. Ramesh and Suresh. Okay, I'll do past, present and future. So Ramesh and Suresh. Present ages are in the ratio. So I'll write Ramesh here and Suresh here. Ramesh is 5x. Suresh is 6x. 9 years hence, their ages will be 5x plus 9. Suresh's age would be 6x plus 9. Ratios are their ages are in the ratio 8:9. So they've asked for the difference of their ages, but they've not told whether the difference of the ages needed is in the future or the present. But you've seen in the previous slide that the difference remains the same. So whether it's the difference of their ages in the past or difference of ages in the present or difference of ages in the future, the difference will remain the same. Okay, so if you multiply 45x plus 81 is 48x plus 72, 3x is 9, x is equal to 3. The difference of the ages, so Ramesh's age is 5x is equal to 15 Ramesh in the present. Suresh is 6x, so it will be 6 into 3, 18, it will be Suresh, and hence the difference of their ages will be 3 years. Let's look at the next question. Ratio of age of two friends is currently 2:3. So I'll do that as past, present and future. Currently, so in the present, Sharon and Susan, and the ratio 2:3. So I put that as 2x and 3x. 4 years ago, so it's in the past and you subtract. 4 years ago, Sharon's age would be 2x minus 4. Susan's age would be 3x minus 4. Ratio was 1:2. So 4x minus 8 is equal to 3x minus 4. X is equal to 4. So Sharon's age, what is the ratio of their ages after 8 years, right? So Sharon's age is currently, it is 2 into 4. So Sharon's present age is 8. Susan's present age is 3 into 4, which is 12. Okay, that is their current ages respectively. So in the future, 8 years later, if this is 8 years later, this would be 16. If this is 12, 8 years later, this would be 20. So Sharon and Susan in the future would be 16 by 20, you divide it by 4, you get 4:5. So the ratio after 8 years will be 4:5. Ratio of the ages of two friends, Parimala and Anuradha, currently is 5:8. So very quickly, past, present, future. Parimala and Anuradha, 5x, 8x. 10 years ago, 5x minus 10 by 8x minus 10 is 1/2. So 10x minus 20 is 8x minus 10. 2x equals 10. X equals 5. So Parimala's current age is 5 into 5, 25. Anuradha's current age is 8 into 5, 40. After 10 years, Parimala will be 35. After 10 years, Anuradha will be 50. So ratio of their ages in the future will be 35 by 50 divided by 5, 7:10. That is the ratio of their ages after 10 years. You take Aslam's age as X and Junaid's age as Y. Okay. If you take Aslam's age and Junaid's age as X and Y, 5 years ago their ages will be X minus Y and Y minus 5. Okay, X minus 5 and Y minus 5. What is that ratio? X minus 5 by Y minus 5. that ratio is 1 by 6. Okay, so let us form one equation. 6x minus 30 is equal to y minus 5. 6x minus y is equal to 25. That is equation number 1. Let us look at equation number 2. If their ages are x and y presently, 5 years hence, their ages will be x plus 5 by y plus 5 is in the ratio 3 by 8. Okay, so 8x plus 40 is equal to 3y plus 15. Then do 8x minus 3y is equal to minus 25. Right? Now you will have to multiply equation as in solve equation 1 and 2. How do you simplify that? Multiply equation 1 by 3 and change signs. Get minus 18x plus 3y multiplied by 3 and change signs. Minus 75. 8x minus 3y equal to minus 25. Minus 10x is equal to minus 100. So x is equal to 10. That is 1% here. You substitute that in either one of those equations. 6x minus y is 25. So you get this equation I will substitute. 60 minus y is equal to 25. Y is equal to 60 minus 25, which is 35. Okay, so you get 10 and 35 5 years ago. Sorry, the present ages is 10 and 35. Let us see if there is another method. So you figured this method out, right? Let us see if there is another method. Let me just erase one part. Okay, let me just erase this part. Now we have taken the present age, then we have gone to the past, and then we have gone to the present and figured out what is x and y. The other way to do it is you take their ages as 1:6. So you take Aslam is to Junaid. That is the other method. Okay. If you take their ages are x is to 6x. You take it in the past. Now from the past, so see, from the present, 5 years ago, you did x minus 5 and y minus 5, and in the future, you did x plus 5 and y minus 5. Now, if I take the reference point as past, from the past, how many years have passed? We need 5 years to come to the present, and then you need another 5 years to go to the future. So then, would it be 5? No, then it would be 10. So, from the past, right? So, here, let us say this was 2000. 5 years past, 1995. 5 years future, 2005. So what is the difference between these two? 10 years, right? So you've gotten this equation. So in the future, x plus 10 by 6x plus 10 is equal to 3 by 8. When you substitute 8x plus 80 is equal to 18x plus 30, you get 10x is equal to 50, x is equal to 5. Now x is equal to 5, is that the right answer? Here you got an x is 10, but here you got an x is equal to 5. Have you made a mistake? No. Here in this question, x is to 5 is their age in the past. To come to the present age, you have to add 5. So the present age, this is the age in the past. So to come to the present, add another 5. So it is 10 years here as well. This is pretty straightforward, right? One step. You don't have simultaneous equations. It doesn't take a lot of time. See if this is a method that you want. But the reference point would be in the past. To go to the future, you have to come to the present, which takes you 5 years. And from the present to go to the future, it takes you another 5. So that is why we have done x plus 10 here. Ages of Elizabeth and Victoria are in the ratio 3:4. Okay, so past, present, future. Elizabeth is to Victoria, 3x is to 4. how many years ago was the ratio of their ages 2:3. Okay, so we take this as the present. When their ages are 3:4, we take that as the present. Now, you do not know what has passed, right? So this is 3:4. You do not know how many years have passed. So I would do 3 minus y, which is the years that have passed. So I have to find some age, some time here where the ages are in the ratio 2:3. Okay, so I do 3, 4 minus y. So that was their age in the past y years ago. So their age currently is 3 and 4, right? In the ratio 3 and 4. Y years ago, I have to subtract y. 3 minus y by 4 minus y, and that becomes 2 by 3. So when I cross multiply, 9 minus 3y is equal to 8 minus 2y. Y is equal to 1. So what does it mean? Their ages are 3 and 4. Now 3 and 4 now. 1 year ago, which means they are 2 and 3. Elizabeth, Victor. Let's look at the next problem. Raju and Mohan's ages are in the ratio 8:11. So what are the ages if one of them is 12 years younger than the other? So you have gotten past, present, future. There, what are the ages if one of them 8:11, right? So you do Raju by Mohan is 8x by 11x. Now you know, no, one of them is 12 years younger than the other. So if Raju is 8x and Mohan is 11x, who is older? It has to be Mohan. So what does he say? One of them is 12 years younger than the other. So Raju is younger. Okay, so Raju's age, we put Raju's age and Mohan's age. Okay, Raju is 8x, Mohan is 11x. Raju, so if you have to equate these two, Raju is younger, so Raju is Mohan's age minus 12. So this is your equation. 3x is equal to 12, x is equal to 4. What are their ages? X is equal to 4, substitute that here. So Raju is 8 into 4, 32, and Mohan is 11 into 4. Raju, Mohan, 11 into 4, 44. The question could be, what are their ages? Now, what are their ages 3 years from now? What are the sum of their ages? Okay, sum of their ages would be 32 plus 44, 76. Okay, straightforward questions. Sidhu and Bishan. Okay, Sidhu, yeah, are wonderful logic things either. Past, present, and future. So Sidhu is to Bishan, their ages are in the ratio 7x is to 10x. 21 years ago, Sidhu was 7x minus 21 and Bishan was 10x minus 21 and the ratio is 4 by 7. So when you multiply 49x minus 21 7 is 147. So how do I know that fast? You do 20 into 7, 140 and add another 7. So 147, 4 into 10, 40x minus 21 into 4, 84. So when you move the numbers here and there, you get 9x is equal to 147 minus 84. Okay, 63. X is equal to 7. So present age of Sidhu is 7 into 7, 49. Present age of Bishan is 10 into 7, which is 70. Not their actual ages. I don't know what their ages are in real life. So 49 and 70. How old is Kamal? So this is their present age. How old is Kamal if his present age is 30 years more than Bishan's age? This is Bishan's age. Okay. Bishan is 70. Kamal is 30 years more than Bishan. So Kamal is 70 plus 30. It's 100. Bishan is 70 and Kamal is 100. So we looked at 7 problems here and they're pretty straightforward in ages, right? The only concern that you should have is to read the question carefully, frame the equation correctly, and solve the equation carefully again. You will get the answer and you can always verify whether your answer is correct or not. So for more concepts, more problems, tougher problems and ages, look at the other videos on the playlist. If you need help with other concepts and aptitude, subscribe to our channel, 7 Sense Aptitude Prep. Click on the bell icon, like this video, and provide your comments and shows your encouragement, and share it with your friends, people who have not heard of us. Share it with them so they also benefit from these videos in aptitude and can crack their competitive exam or secure their dream job. Okay, and if you need test series, you need company specific tests, you need topic wise tests, please visit 7senstalent.com. Log in, practice. The main video on our YouTube page shows how to access courses and tests on our site, and you can continue to become better. So thank you so much for spending your time with us and for learning about ages. I hope you see the other videos and experience how easy it is to score in ages.